Hey there, everyone. Hoping we're all having a good Forbidden Sanctum League start. I wanted to take a couple of minutes to chat through how my day one progress has been going on the Blazing Salvo Inquisitor. So, after about, if I can type, for about 12 hours played, we are currently sitting at level 76. We are in maps, some pretty basic progression so far, mostly just some T1s and T2s done. I got pretty over-leveled in the campaign because I was doing Forbidden Sanctum, which is somewhat painful, I would say. Mostly painful. I don't really know how to feel about it right yet. I don't really have a whole lot of anything. I have up to 3 relics. All of them are not particularly great. I don't know if the anguish that I feel is because of my build or just because of Forbidden Sanctum existing, but we'll still have to wait and see exactly how this ends up panning out. But right now, if you haven't done much of it or you're looking to start the league here soon this weekend, I would probably suggest don't do it unless you don't really care, and then just, do it as much as you want and be enveloped with whatever the hell it is. But that's somewhat beside the point. Overall, the build is doing reasonably well. I'm still on a 4-link, which has been surprisingly okay. The 4-link that we have is Salvo, Pinpoint, Intensify, and Spell Echo. I just put Spell Echo on recently. I was using Fire Pen for quite a while in the early acts until I was able to get a little bit more cast speed. Most of the cast speed that I have is a couple of rolls on rings, and then I have cast speed on one of my scepters. So prior to the Spell Echo, we're down to 0.37 cast time, so being able to toss that on, it actually doesn't feel terrible for overall casting. You're not locked down for particularly long amount of time, so Spell Echo doesn't actually feel like dog shit. 4200 life, 800 ES. We are Mind Over Matter. Eldritch Battery, of course. We've got 3 labs done. We're filling out a lot of the aura items right now. We do not actually have this much energy shield naturally. We're currently supplementing with discipline. I do definitely feel the fact that I am mostly paper and I do not have determination on right now. With only 1500 armor. Getting into maps, this does not feel good. So I would most definitely suggest swapping over to determination as quickly as you can here. I will probably, as soon as I pick up these reservation nodes and this determination mastery, so the next 4 levels are essentially as soon as I hit 80, I will probably drop discipline, swap to determination. Dropping discipline only puts me to 366 energy shield, which means that Mind Over Matter isn't doing a whole lot. I will probably debate on just getting rid of Mind Over Matter for now. Once I drop discipline, at least until I get a Devouring Diadem, which is my next big goal, ultimately. As we can see, for the Atlas passive tree, pretty much my entire plan is to grab some June nodes, and then I'm just going to rush up as quickly as possible to Intelligence Gathering. If you don't know, Cinder Swallow Urn and Devouring Diadem have lower eye levels compared to the rest of the item drops that Katarina has. And so that means that as long as you do a Mastermind that is area level 70 or lower, those are the only 2 items that can possibly drop, which means you need to only do June missions in tier 1, 2, and 3 maps. So right now, my plan is run through completion. I will need most of completion through tier 4 and then a couple of tier 5s to be able to get to intelligence gathering. So if I see a June in tiers 1 through 3, I will do them. If I get a June daily mission, I will do them in a tier 1 through 3. But as I'm doing 4s and 5s, I will just ignore any June mission that comes up. Once I get intelligence gathering, I can then look to essentially just boss rush tier 1 maps until I get a Katarina and hope that I get a good outcome on the 50-50. But aside from that, just generally looking for better gear. Obviously a 5-link would be nice. Main upgrades that I'm looking for are my gloves and my belt. Everything else is generally pretty solid. Got some decent plus fire spell skill gems, weapons, decent resist, cast speed, life type rings. Aside from this being a 4-link, this is a very serviceable chest. Amulet is so-so. I don't really need the strength, but it is what it is. One thing to note that definitely has made this feel much better is looking for flat life regen or life regeneration rate on gear. Getting just a little bit of regen per second or having regen rate on boots and on helmet means that we are currently sitting at almost 1,000 life and energy shield regen with just a vitality and some of the regen nodes. So not very much investment for quite a lot of double regen. Once I grab the aura nodes, I will probably start looking to put points into some of the plus max reds nodes. So I'll go to Soul of Steel, probably pick up Warrior's Blood, and then I'll come down for Prismatic Skin. My next big sort of build target would be able to fit Righteous Fire on. That'll be a pretty hefty more multiplier. So mostly just looking to get the resistances up. Obviously recall that you can get a lot of decent plus max reses as well from Eldritch Implicits, which I have surprisingly gotten a couple of. I know obviously they said that they moved them to the core drop pool, but I feel like last week I never really saw them drop randomly from maps and things like that. But the fact that I've gotten a few from some T1s and T2s is nice. Otherwise, nothing particularly crazy drop or currency wise. Here's my currency tab, nothing wild. I've gotten an insane amount of Orbs of Alteration, rare monsters dropping like 20, 25 alts at one time. I've just mostly been burning through them, trying to craft an actual shield because I'd like to stop using Leap Slam at some point and use a decent shield for shield charge. But aside from that, nothing crazy, no particularly exciting. Uniques, a couple odds and ends ones, but nothing crazy to see here. Overall, League start has been going reasonably well. Build has been pretty good overall. I think with a bit of an increase in cast speed and obviously getting some additional links, it should be nice. I do think single target is pretty reasonably carried through the Arcanist brand setup with Tornado and Flame Wall. I'll have to figure out here pretty soon if I want to swap to Flame off of Flammability to Assassin's Mark. Obviously I will do so if and when I end up doing Uberlab. But before then, maybe could be a decent time. But otherwise, yeah, nothing particularly crazy. Herald of Ash, Vitality, Anchor, Discipline. We're leveling up some other gems here. We got Blood Rage for Frenzy charges while mapping, Infernal Cry for larger packs, Flame Dash for when I need to panic. We just have a Molten Shell on left click. And yeah, otherwise, going pretty well. That is my day one update. I hope Forbidden Sanctum has been treating others well, and I will catch you later.